Hello guys and welcome back to Cash Talks Football. With over 20 years plus coaching experience, I'm breaking down the new Premier League season goal by goal and giving you some insight of what's going right and wrong for all these Muppets that are playing in the Premier League. Obviously last night it was Man City against Burnley. Didn't really watch much of the game, caught a little bit of it, but overall it wasn't, I don't know. It's kind of hard when you're Burnley, you're coming up and your first game is Manchester City. But let's do a little breakdown here. We're watching the corner and there's a little short ball played in here. Burnley are defending actually pretty well, except for, obviously, you can see these two players at the top of the box. But Man City are doing something to coax them out of the box. And let's watch it move forward here. Right, so clearly Burnley have got them waiting for the ball to come in. They're completely defending well. But this is where they come unstuck. As soon as the simple ball goes back, goes in here, but here's the ball going back, bump there. All of a sudden, they're starting to pressure really quickly. And as they do, this is the where they get caught out here. Half the team start to pressure and switch off. Switching off here. He's marking well, but all of a sudden, from their nice tight defensive shape, you can see it's almost like a solid line of players here. Look, you can see that blump. So there's no one, what I'd call it, in that second line. So where they had, where they're defending a second ago with bank players and then another in front of them, they don't have that now. It's just like one long line of players. And the problem with that is this is what happens, right? When you've got one long line of players, when the ball comes in, bump, that second line that I'm wanting, you can see, look, you can see the gaps already here. You've got three players here in the same space. And while this space here is completely and utterly open, cute little header back, donf, in it goes. That comes down to Burnley basically a lot of their players just standing in the same place. They're all doing the same job. You can see it right there. Let's see if I can get that bit properly for you. Let's play it forward and see if I can catch it. Bump. Right there, bum. Three players all kind of doing the same job. You can have one player there. No one is marking Haaland. I don't think Burnley know who Erling Haaland is. It's kind of important. They should probably want to pick him up, but they didn't bother, and they're 1-0 down. Let's get on to the next goal and see what we can find. We're going to see a similar situation for this goal right here. That almost straight line I'm talking about, you can kind of see it again. Look, with all these players are very much in a straight line, and there's no bank in front of them protecting them. So what happens here, you can see it straight away. These two players step up, bump. Look, both of them are going towards. Look, okay, so here's the problem. There's the ball. This guy's gone to pressure the player here for no reason because he doesn't know how to play the football. This guy's trying to pressure the ball, but he can't because he's too far away. So in essence, you've got two players now that are pressuring nothing because he's not pressuring the ball. And why is he running up to step up to this player? It's redundant. This guy over here, he hasn't received the ball yet, so there's no point pressuring. If he does receive the ball and you're back here, then you can pressure him. Cutting out the passing lane is redundant, right? So these two have stepped up and immediately have done that. You can see because of this flat line that we're talking about, blah, 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 right? The problem is it's going that way because this guy has helped make this massive pocket back here because these two have stepped forward. Can you see that? So as soon as these two have gone for no reason, because quite frankly, the only chance you've really got is to pressure the ball. This guy here shouldn't be going over here. And all of a sudden, this space is opened up. Bang. Look, both of them, you can see, oh, we're useless at the football. We've done nothing. We've pressured. We didn't really pressure the ball. We've pressured the player who didn't have it. We opened up this space in the back, and now we're done. You can see that straight line again. And I know it's not exactly a straight line. That's not what I'm talking about. But there's no bank in front of them. You can see what I'm talking about. Bonf puts his hand up because we call offsides all the time. Cuts it back into the space. Again, like I'm talking about, because there's only the one line, this area is always free because there's no one there. They don't have anyone covering the second line. And if you don't understand what the second line is, good job. Bonf, in it goes. Whack. Haaland scores another one. Quality finish. I've got to give him credit to the good goal. But also, it's terrible defending because he should never be stepping up in that space. Let's get on to the next goal and see what we can see. Okay, here we go again. We're looking at set piece coming in here. I've got this thing with set pieces. I'm going to call it out. I can't stand how high they're defending. When the ball is that close there, I want you here so you can clear the ball and get it away down the field. I cannot stand when you're trying to play this weird line up here because the only place the defenders are going to be running is towards their own goal and they can't clear the ball properly. It's rubbish. Let's watch as it goes through. Bang. Again, like I was talking about that line, and there's no second line. You can kind of see it here. But here's a guy, and here's a guy completely unmarked right in front of you, buddy. What are you doing? Falls the unmarked guy, smashes it in the net box. Terrible defending. Burnley are going to struggle this season. Honestly, they're really going to struggle if they're defending like this. They look scared, to be fair. But I'll see you next time on Good Goal or Bad Defending.